No privacy in your backyard? No problem. Take a look at this backyard. Everybody could see it. All the neighborhood windows looked right into the yard. All the passers-by looked right into the yard. But look, they owned it. No privacy, no problem. Some of my most popular videos that I have are all about how to create privacy for your backyard space. This homeowner was hopeless. There is no possible way they were gonna get privacy. But they just owned the fact that they weren't gonna get it, and they just welcomed people to look into their backyard, and they get so many people walking by that they almost are starting conversations with people as they're walking by, looking at their space. Everybody's complimenting them.
Yeah.
Every one of them, all day, which is great, you know, and we're proud of the work that y'all did, you know. I mean, it's done at such a high level, and for us, when somebody sees it, we're not afraid to talk about it because we want to share with them the happiness that we get getting to experience this, you know?
So instead of trying to hide and create a huge hedge or a huge wall around their yard, they just made it as creative and beautiful as possible for everybody to enjoy. And everybody can enjoy this backyard. This backyard has everything. And by the way, it's tiny. This is what I would call a mini yard. But what they decided to do is, this is a traditional just builder backyard, and it had a deck, and they tore the deck out. We extended the deck, turned it into an outdoor living underneath, so we waterproofed the deck. We added a covered area above the deck, so 2 stories of outdoor living. On the top deck, they did a whole area for TV viewing. They added a rail bar so they can enjoy the activities below. A football field, they have a baseball field across the street. They have a beautiful sunset, and they just love sitting up there and taking in the views of the neighborhood. So again, we want to talk about design. It is the most important thing as you're thinking about your space. Even in this small, what I would call a mini space, it's so important to get a design. Listen to what the homeowner said about how important the design was for them.
Design-wise, deck was just a standard, if they call it stock deck, right? It was what every other deck in this neighborhood had. And as a result, there was a pillar that ran right in the middle of the space here. And there's this sunset that we love to look at. And every time we come out to look at the sunset, Brandy would look at this one pole that came down. So for her, when we worked with your team on the design element and the architecture, and they said, you know, you said you could remove that pole. That was it for her. That's all she wanted. She wanted to get that view back. For me, I knew that space could be an outdoor living, like a living room, and because it looked over the green space, had the sunrise in the morning, the sunset in the evening. So like I said, they gave us this kind of cookie cutter deck, no roof. We could stand on it, but we couldn't use it. And what you've done is you've given us a deck that we can use, we can live, you know. I mean, we spend late nights out here, you know, watching TV, eating dinner now. We sit at the bar together.
I think that's my other favorite is the heaters.
We have the outdoor kitchen. Now the cool thing about the outdoor kitchen, they love to grill. In fact, they pretty much grill year round up here. He wanted the ability to be able to open up his screens and have the smoke go out from his grill, but he also wanted to have the privacy to close everything down and just give him that little bit of extra privacy. But one of his favorite things to do in the morning was to drink his coffee outside. He wanted to open up those screens and to be able to really take in the beautiful view around him. So really the flexibility of that screen opening and closing was a huge feature for him. So going down to the area below, look at all that we got in here. We have a hot tub underneath the cover. We have a destination sauna, beautiful, huge sauna. We have a fire pit destination. They had a whole dining area down there. And look at this, they had a batting cage in their backyard in this super small area. So it's a very athletic family. They enjoy their sports. They enjoy watching sports and they enjoy playing sports. And they had it all, even in this small backyard space.
That's really what it was, Micah. I mean, you know, like you said, it's just being together and really understanding that we wanted to explore the outside element of our home versus just being inside all the time. You know, and I think, you know, I hate to say it, but the COVID piece played a factor. You know, we couldn't go across the street to the park, and we often found ourselves back here in the cage, you know, hitting by the fireplace, and really it's just an area where we could spend more time together. And how do we maximize it? You know, we knew we didn't have a big property.
You know, we talked about what could we bring into the home, so like the hot tub and the sauna, you know, are two pieces of that puzzle. And I think eventually one of those soaker or
cold
ice,
plunge.
the cold plunge. Yeah. So.
And we have athletes. We have, you know, 2 really high level athletes, and part of being great at each sport is taking care of your body. So before we had any of this, it was just grass. And the only time I'd come out to maintenance the grass to help the dogs, right? And nobody else would come out in the yard. And now the whole family's back out here all the time. They're out on the deck. I mean, to me, that's worth it, right?
So no privacy, no problem. I think it's a problem for me. I like privacy. You might like privacy too. Take a look at this video. It's all about getting privacy in your backyard. Enjoy.